What did the five fingers say to the face?
What?
Slap!
I bet you Monique wanted to do that to DL Hughley.
Oh man. Woo.
Craziness, man. We got
Man.
Black people drama once again, man. We gonna talk about it. We won't spend no hour on it because we ain't all about the drama and activity, but I think some things have to be said on that. But you know how it go, Cooks.
Yes, I know how it goes, bro.
we rocking, man. It's June 1st, another month. June 1st, aka pay your rent today day on the
Yes.
1st. We are here, Full Blast Radio. The grind mode. Cooks is in the building. Salute. Shout out to John Stratton, Anton in the building. Salute.
What up, y'all?
Queen City in the building. Salute.
Queen City.
What it do? That's the brother right there.
Twins.
Yeah. Oh, John Stratton, thank you, man. If you want the link, let me know, man. Let me know. I'll send you the link to the shirt. That's the teacher right there.
Respect, all respect.
And you can catch me, Queen City, on Full Blast Fanatics every Monday, 4:30.
Yes.
Yeah, man. So Cooks, how was your holiday weekend, man? Did some major things, right?
Pretty much finally getting moved, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I'm over here with my big sis now, you know what I'm saying? She had plenty of room and it was a blessing in the skies, you know what I mean? So over here, but I'm also chipping in on the chores and told her like I said I would, 'cause I'm a brother of my word. So this morning I got up, cut the grass, back, you know what I mean? Went to the Dollar General store, you know what I'm saying, and got some detergent and stuff. So get ready to do some washing after the show. So after the show, I'm finna get back into it and get my cleaning going on. You know what I'm saying? Getting ready for work. But other than that, like for the weekend sports, I kept up with the sports. So much stuff happened out there to where it kind of made me just want to just stay home. You know what I mean? It was some good events on to watch. Whether you know what I'm saying, whether it was battle rap or music versus or sports, it was a lot of stuff to keep up with that I'm a fan of. A lot of us are a fan of. So did that, checked on my mom, of course, baby brother, you know what I'm saying? I got two nephews, so of course I checked on the fam. And then you know what I'm saying, my big girl, my daughter, she's 21, going on 41. So if she don't need if she but that's my baby though. But she didn't grow up like me, so I can't make her be like me. It's a new. So the weekend was full of this and that and more. And I also got to watch see you. I got to see some dope pictures and stuff. So tell us about your weekend. You had a lot of hip hop involved.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you reminded me. Yeah, man. Me and wifey went to Pete Rock. Was live DJing at Underground Atlanta. Yeah, now I ain't been out in a while. You know what I'm saying? Stay on too much craziness, like you said, man. Too much going on out in these streets. Kids acting crazy. But it started at 8. It was from 8 to 2. Now, the headline act ain't gonna be there at 8 o'clock. So we got there early just so we can get parking because it's in Atlanta, but it's in a nice section where it's you can't drive through. It was Underground Atlanta. I've never been there before. It's pretty dope. Walk around, it's different stores you could go into. They got art galleries, so it's a nice vibe. You know what I mean? There ain't no hood shit. The shows didn't start till what? 9:30, 10 o'clock. So they had opening acts, and as we walking in there, there's like this dope art. Matter of fact, I gotta post some more stuff up on my IG. You go to my IG, you'll see some of the art. I'll try to post some on YouTube. And just dope art, man, by artists. And as I'm walking in now, the flyer says, 90s hip hop event. Break dancers, graffiti, so. But as I'm walking in there, I'm hearing, And I'm like, okay, I don't hear no 90s hip hop. All right, let me just, just keep hearing it. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, man, I was ready to leave. I was ready to leave. They were playing all this mumble trap stuff. The DJ whoever was playing the music. I'm like, yo, the ambiance is a 90s hip hop event. That's what you put on the flyer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you're a young DJ. You're supposed to know what the environment is and cater to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's like if it was a young hip hop show, you hear some Sugar Hill Gang on Run DMC. Them kids are gonna be like, what's this? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Even though they should know it, but you get my point.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, man, I was a little disappointed in that. But then they had some artists that were performing, and they were cool. They were good, they were rhyming. Now the acoustics weren't that great because there was a lot of echo in there because of it's underground. It's not like a concert thing where they have it, the walls right, whatever. It's basically in like a basement type thing. Okay. So the acoustics weren't that great. So the music was too loud, the bass was too loud, and you couldn't really hear them rapping. Okay. But the beats were good, you know what I mean? It was, certain stuff that some of the artists that were performing that opened up. So by the time Pete Rock came on, it was like I'd say almost midnight. Mm-hmm. Yeah, almost midnight, yeah. I ran into Mickey Fax, dope MC, took a picture with him. He actually dropped. Like I said on my other show, he didn't tell me that, this is under the in the works and it's a secret. But he said that he's gonna be working with an album with Pete Rock. Him and Pete Rock on a whole album, yeah. Because we asked him, what he got, coming in the future. So Tigress was like, "Oh man," she was like, "That's dope." He said, "Well, when it comes out, we're gonna do a listening session, like streaming, like just how I do like listening session." He was like, "All right, no doubt, I'm with it." So we was like, "Oh, you mean you'll come through it?" He was like, "Oh yeah." He was like, "I'm here in Georgia." He lives in Georgia.
That is
like, dope. Pulled the card out, gave him my card. Boom. Yeah, so that was pretty dope. Saw Skyzoo. I didn't get a picture with him. My lady was like, "Yo, I was like, I will. And he ended up leaving early. Yeah. I was mad at myself.
Oh, you gotta see Skyzoo too.
Yeah, man. Skyzoo was that dude, man. Shout out to Skyzoo. Dope MCs was in the building, man. So, but Pete Rock
just took a little time for him to unravel.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Hardy Boy. Yeah, salute Hardy Boy. Yeah, I have my business cards. You know what I mean? So we was on point with that. But all in all, it was a good show, man. It was worth it. Pete Rock got on the set, mixing joints. Everyone is singing to him, and then he starts playing his joints. He put the sample to straighten out, and you knew what was coming next.
You knew it.
The highlight of the night, he plays Tom Scott's Today, the TROY sample. They reminisce over you. He played the whole sample, and people, real heads knew. We went outside to get some air. Also, we heard it coming on in the beginning. Like,
back in there.
Gotta go. Ran right back in there. And we was in VIP, so we was right there next to the stage filming. I filmed the whole joint. It's on YouTube. Check it out. And just the vibe, man. Like him playing, you know what I mean? Playing his joints. And he DJ'd till about maybe almost 1:30, 2 o'clock, and got off the stage. Man, people rushed him, take pictures, and then his people was like, "Yo, last picture." And then my lady had on the Grap Lover shirt, 4 Square Miles, Heavy D and the boys, Pete Rock, Seal Smooth, Case, Robbo, like the whole people from Money Earning.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yo, Pete, you gotta take a picture with her. She got your brother's shirt on." He was like, "No doubt." So Tigress got a picture with the legendary Pete Rock. Yeah. So
man.
Yeah, it was worth it. It was at the end. It was worth it. Like I said in the beginning, it was shaky. I was like, ready to leave, but it was dope.
That was smooth. When I got a chance to see the picture, because You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you post them kind of late. They was posted kind of late, like late in the
Yeah.
night, like late
Oh yeah.
on. But I know
Yeah.
y'all was just getting done and getting ready to go home.
Right.
So when I seen them, I was like, oh man, he up to something. They
Yeah.
up to something.
Yeah, man. I definitely enjoyed it. And then last week was the mix and mingle in Augusta. And yeah, man, that was dope. I went there, got there early, set up. Fly Quai was in the building. Shout out to Fly Quai. You know, putting the thing together, you know, the tickets and everything. And it was a nice Sunday event. Yo, people came out. I thought everyone was going to just kind of just chill, laid back. But I started going in. Some people started dancing and got mad reviews. The dude want me there now, like on a monthly basis. So
There it
trying to
is.
make it happen. So anyone near Augusta, come through. You know, hopefully maybe in July we'll start it up. And so that was that event turned out real dope. Higher than I thought it would be. So
That's great,
yeah.
man. I'm glad that you got the chance to do that. You know what I mean? It's hot when you do good stuff, you get it good back in return.
Yeah. Yup.
Mhm.
You don't worry and complain about, I'm not having 100, 200 people or this and that. And nah, man, just keep being a thing. Just do what you do, man.
What
And
you
it'll
do?
come.
Do what you do.
You know what I mean? The
For
Twitch platform is slowly growing. You know, we hit over 5,000 last month. And it ain't, you can't get frustrated because some other people have 100, 200 people in the chat. Nah, man, you just do what you do because you want the people that really want to be there come. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want to be buying followers or forcing people to come to the channel. No, you have to make people truly want to come. You know what I mean? And those are the ones that will keep coming back. It ain't about that one time. You want them to keep coming back residually. So word up.
You sure telling the truth, DJ Tiger, man.
Word up. So yeah, man. So yeah, it was good. It was good. So yeah, man. Let's get right to it, man. First topic at hand, man. Everyone's talking about DL Hughley versus Monique. Detroit show ruckus. Now, so they were both on this bill, right? And apparently she thought she was supposed to headline. I'm hearing things about contract disputes where the contract she had wasn't the one that was signed. So everything she was saying at first, it seemed like you was trying to grab the audience. But then some real ish came out. And so what do you think about the whole situation?
When I first saw it, it was her. I actually saw it after let me see, was it Saturday it happened, I believe. And it's like, oh, she gives it to DL Hughley.
She was like crazy, like she went over the line with talking about his wife, SMD's a coward's D. Like,
I was like, man, and she made everybody get on her side at one point, but
because
then
they don't know. You in the crowd just trying to enjoy the show. So yeah, you going like with the flow and everything. You just riding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'm in fault of that because I was like, oh man, I'm like, she's standing up for herself right here, because she made me feel like she was standing up for herself. But then when she threw out, show the contract, because DA, he was trying to leave it alone. You know what I mean? She was like, show the contract. Then I come to find out that he was backstage when she was doing that.
Word.
I was like,
he was backstage.
Then the next morning or two, he dropped he gave her what she asked for. Show your contract. And his stuff said what it was supposed to say. He had what marked out he didn't want you to see. And then I was like, dang. And then an hour ago on the Ricky Smiley show, I guess Ricky Smiley showing a clip of him on his, and he explained the dog and the support dog, and he explained some more stuff, and it's making her look even worse. So she tried to beat him to the punch and say, well, me and Daddy is on IG Live. Come on IG Live and let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean, man? What you think about that, DJ Ty, man?
you know, like I said, I'm just listening to the other, you know, shows talking about it, and to me, it's like there's always two sides. You know what I mean? So I knew what she did, all that ranting and raving was crazy, but I knew DL Hughes was gonna say what he was gonna say, so I was just waiting. You know, and you know, he didn't get all crazy. He was like, yo, he was like, you know, I can take what she said, you know, even though it was disrespectful, but I don't blame her. I blame me because I had listened to all the other people that said she's impossible to work with, and look what happened to me. So he said one thing. He said though, he was like, that movie you did, Precious, wasn't just a movie. That was like basically a documentary about yourself. I was like, ooh. He said, so I know better next time. Yeah, so it's crazy, man. When you do have a track record, you know, like I said, I was like trying to stand up for like saying, you know, because as a woman in the business, you know, you do get the short end of the stick when it comes to a lot of different things. But when it's constantly you work on somebody and it's always you, what's the common denominator? It's you. It ain't everyone else. You know what I'm saying? When you keep saying, oh, it's them, but it's different people every time. And the common denominator is that it's you.
You know, and then
it can't be everybody else.
It can't be. It can be. And then it's something else she do that he called out. You can't go at somebody deeply like the way she dogged that dude right then. She dogged that man. And then come back and say, but I love you, baby. We still brothers and sisters. We still I'm like, you can't. That ain't gonna make
nobody
me
saying what she said to me and somehow you still love me. Nah.
Like,
Nah, man. That was crazy.
So I really don't know what to say about her career as far as, but I don't think we'll see her in any movies coming soon.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean.
And another hit for the black folks.
I mean, you can, yeah, I mean, you know, I thought that too. Like, damn, like, all we doing is showing the negative parts of us all the time for entertainment, and people are eating off of it. Eating off this negative, you know, from the so-called reality shows, showing, you know what I mean, just making money off of our triggers and off our, you know, negativity, and we just keep doing it, man. Just keep doing it, because negativity sells more than positivity.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so crazy to me, man. That's so crazy to me.
Yeah. What up, Serious Biz? Salute. Good to see you.
Serious Biz.
Yeah. So, yeah, 85% dumb, deaf, and blind. Turn up. So, man, this next topic, man, is sad. I was mad and angry, you know. Texas coward shooter and coward cops. I threw that in the title. The children will never forget. There was a kid that was talking about how he tried to play dead, you know, or the teacher played dead. You know, an hour. These cops were out there for an hour. You should have that day. You should have just took your badge off and went home. Those kids, bro, are scarred for life, and those parents are scarred for life. You know, we're not even getting into, you know, more guns, less guns, AR-15, the gun bill, and all that. We're not getting all that. I'm talking about the families and the kids will never forget this. Shit is beyond horrible.
I don't get how. I don't understand. It's weird. Like it's terrible. It's terrible. It's awful. But it get weird after, because when something like that happens, and it's happened in various other different ways, but when something like this happens, and then they say, we can't give you all the information right now, but in the next hour we'll give you some more. And then they ain't letting parents get this, but in the next hour we'll give you more. And now it's like this and that and this and that, and it's like, man. And at the same time, they giving, having the services for the people that lost their lives, for the youngsters that lost their lives,
Yo,
and
we
it's
didn't even
like,
get to start even mourning what happened in Buffalo, and then this
you
happened.
know,
You know,
you
and
know what I'm saying?
what I don't like though is, that's still on my mind. But when kids get murdered, it's different. There's
Yeah,
people saying, "Oh, they forgot about the black people that got murdered." No, we didn't, man. When it's kids,
it's
it hits
kids.
different. And people that don't have kids maybe don't understand that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, the media can maybe push it. I'm not saying that the media maybe wouldn't push it because it was black people that got killed. But what I'm
Hmm.
saying is, to the people that are saying, "Oh, you on this one more than the other one." Well, this one
I'm
is fresh, because guarantee you, if another mass shooting happens next week, people are going to be talking about that one. But when it's little kids being murdered, and then what happened, like, it wasn't like the security officer in Buffalo at least was shooting back at the shooter. Unfortunately he died,
Mhm.
but shit, at least he engaged him. These
Yeah.
other cowards sat back and didn't do shit.
Uh,
That's what makes it even more tragic.
what did what well, how did you feel? Did you hear about the door being not propped? Something about a door. You heard about that little piece of
The,
information?
the door was closed, but it wasn't locked, something like that. But schools have doors when it's hot. They'll have a door propped open or whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah, maybe every school should have the mindset of locking the doors. But you don't think in this world that some savage lunatic is gonna come murder children until something happens. Then it's after the fact. Now they're talking about every school should have armed guards, this and that. Maybe look, it's always after the fact. It should have been preventative.
Hmm. Do you feel that teachers should be armed? Because I've seen two reports where two teachers said that they don't want artillery on them, like they don't want none. But maybe y'all just won't be the ones that have it, but the ones who might want to have arms.
Well,
How you feel about that?
yeah, because I
Just
understand, because
wonder.
not everyone wants to have a gun. I get that, but there should be training. Well, obviously, if that would ever happen, they must have training. It ain't gonna be like, oh, here you go, and put this in your desk and that's it. You know what I mean? Obviously, they're gonna have to have training how to hold it, how to do what not to do. You
Hmm.
know, but I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, because people are saying, well, they had a security guard officer in the supermarket and that didn't help. Maybe, but maybe it helped less people getting killed. Because while he was shooting out with him, bet you more people got out of there. Even though he killed 10 people, it could have been worse. So yeah, if there was a cop, say there was a cop in the parking lot of the school, that dude came in there, came to the school. Obviously, he's gonna start shooting at the cop. I'm sure the people inside the school would have heard it, would have been like, "Oh shoot!" And instead of someone just sneaking in, coming to a classroom, catching everyone surprised, and then killing everybody. If they would have heard the shootout in the parking lot of the school, the teachers, whoever, would have been like, "Oh shoot, we're going in lockdown. Let's lock the doors, call the police, hide the kids."
Hmm.
Even if the dude would have killed the cop and then tried to get in there could have been less people killed, or maybe none at all, if there was someone there armed.
Right.
So I believe they should look, man. They got armed, they got police down here on Sundays at Chick-fil-A. Not Sunday, or well, not on Sunday, because Chick-fil-A is closed on Sunday because they're a religious organization. They have
Gotcha.
cops outside of Chick-fil-A for traffic. They stop traffic and let people go in and out of Chick-fil-A down here. You got cops in malls. You got cops at games.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not gonna have cops guarding innocent kids that didn't do any wrong. Come on, man.
Now, do you feel?
Meanwhile, we're still giving money over to Ukraine and all that bullshit. Yo, man, don't get me started, man. I'm telling you, man, there's so much hypocrisy with this goddamn country, man. Shit makes me sick. It really do.
And that's kind of where I got that one question from about fix, because this what we got going on right here with this, and then it's starting to kind of multiply. I wish it wasn't, but it's like almost like how I be saying the script that they run with. You know what I mean? It's like all of a sudden here we go with this police type of mass shootings. Go from mass shootings to police killing, because like what I'm saying, I was doing my notes last night and I was like, you know what, this is just too much. I ain't even finna put this in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that you see certain on news come up, like when the news flashing news alerts or whatever, and it's just crazy how much stuff happened just yesterday, man. Oh, you know what I mean? Like it's so much stuff that can happen to where I really don't even like when I look at the good stuff, it's like, damn, all this negative shit outnumber it. But it's just what I'm trying to you say, you know what I'm saying. Plus the little kids lost their life, and ain't nothing worse than that for the little kids. You know what I mean? And the parents got the parents, they can't get into the school. They said that one woman, they took one woman to jail because she jumped the fence and went and got her kid up out that school. They put handcuffs on her.
And they put handcuffs on her.
Yeah, put handcuffs on her. She jumped that fence and got, like I said, that would have been my mama, because my mama would have sure enough jumped that fence, or she would have drove her green Cherokee Jeep straight through them folks to get my little brother up out of there.
Bro, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of the shit.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed. Everyone just talks about it, argues about it. Meanwhile, there's gonna be another one. There's gonna be another. You know how many times people had said that? It was like, yo, sadly, there's gonna be another one. And then it happens. Yep. So yeah, man, we can move on, man, because I don't want to get everyone.
Let's move. You right.
Yo, man, Top Gun, I heard, man, breaking records, man. Top Gun Maverick, the debut this weekend, Memorial Day weekend, which was perfect. Shout out to the soldiers who sacrificed their lives on Memorial Day, especially the ones of our race and culture who sacrificed for a country that didn't give a shit about us. That's the ultimate sacrifice. You're going to fight for a country and then come back and you still can't use the regular bathroom.
Yes.
Or, but the ones that didn't make it back, man, that's, you got to salute them. Regardless of what you think about the government and your beliefs, you got to give respect to those soldiers. Word up.
That's true.
But Top Gun Maverick, man.
I jotted down a couple of notes for you. I wanted to throw at you right quick.
Go ahead. Let's go.
For the ones that don't know, like TJ Tiger just said, Top Gun Maverick broke records, Memorial Weekend records, 156 mil at domestic box offices.
Wow.
As of Monday morning per ComScore, and 252.7 mil worldwide per Paramount. Memorial Day, pretty much this was the top Memorial Day movie over Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, and which that was 153 mil in 2007, and the age of the viewers were 35, 35 and a little bit older. 55% of the viewers, and it was shown on over 25,000 screens globally.
Well, Hardboy, it ain't convenient. It makes sense. It makes business sense to put
No.
that movie out on a weekend. Yo, there was old retired people going there. SOD said he went. Yo, there was like people 70 years old with canes. You know what I mean? And usually I don't like Hollywood for once, Hollywood, and then it's like they can't think of something new, so they're always remaking stuff. But I heard this one was done well.
It was, man.
I heard it was done real well.
I went back and I watched the first Top Gun.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then, I do on my little, and I watched it on here.
No doubt.
And I was like,
don't give me no spoilers, but
no,
was it
I
really
ain't gonna
good?
spoil it. You know I know the rule. I know the rule.
Yeah, no doubt.
They followed the line well. They followed.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Followed.
Like 3,
followed.
4, or 5 different people that aren't even connected said the same thing you said.
They followed it well.
He wasn't like an overabundance in the movie. He did just enough. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out. And they said, I know people were seeing it on the free movie site, but that's what they said. Go see it in the movie theater with the IMAX.
It's better. Yeah, it's better.
Planes flying by and the shooting and all that. So.
And they had real. I watched the making. Like they had real fighter dudes. Like
yeah, I heard they paid $112,000 a day to rent out the fighter jets. So this ain't no digital, FX.
And it would be dope if somebody, like for the super hardcore fans, check out the making of it, and before you watch it, that'll give you even more, impact. Because you know what I mean.
Yeah. And then obviously, which made even more sense, they debuted the trailer to Mission Impossible 7.
Oh, they did. I didn't even get to peep. I didn't peep that, because I was over here. So, but in the theater, in the theater, I hate I missed that.
And I was like, they ain't doing another one. But bro, you see that trailer, you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm going to see this.
Got to get on it. I got to get on it then. And plus, they probably been waiting for him to get back behind that 007 too, ain't they?
I don't think he's gonna do James Bond. I don't think.
Okay. It's more Mission
Impossible.
James
Bond franchise, I think that's finished. I think it's
think so.
Course. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's ran its course. The dude that played him, the last dude, like I wasn't like going and hyped to go see it. Like I ain't even see the last 2 of them. I don't think 2 or 3 of them.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just not. Yeah. You know what it was? Because in the beginning, when that James Bond, like it was like the cool gadgets, guns coming out of the car. You know what I mean? The watch doing something. Now it's high tech, but he's fighting. He's trying to do Mission Impossible type shit.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Like, where's the ill gadgets at? Where's the ill?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
the oil slick and all that. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, man. They lost all that, man. I'm with it when I was a kid. Yeah. So.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Inspector Gadget came and took all that over.
Word. Yeah, Daniel Craig. Yeah, I'm good on that dude. Hell, man. Yeah. So, I'm glad when you put this in here, I was like, oh shoot, that's ill. I didn't know you saw it. Omar Hardwick, Ghost, who played Ghost, so they killed him on Power. Dropping gems on the Pivot podcast. Yo, I saw it during you know how they do a live debut, but it's not live, but the chat is live.
Yeah.
So I was watching it during that, and I had to get out of it because there was some negative chicks in there that was like thought he was talking about them, and like whenever it's like saying something, but I ain't want to go into it. But anyway, he was dropping some gems,
man,
on the Pivot podcast. I just want to real quick. I just had the names pulled up. I just had these stars. My bad. Here we go. Shout out to NFL stars Channing Crowder, Fred Taylor, and Ryan Clark. They did an interview with Omar Hardwick on Ghost, the Evolution of Power, working with 50 and his pay grade. What'd you think about it? I didn't know the dude was that deep, first of all.
I've watched an interview or two, or maybe three of Omar, and he deep every time. But right here though, he was the most deepest I'd ever heard it because he explained everything. He explained himself in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like the pay grade thing. When Ryan Clark asked him about Ghost, and he was like, "How did you come up with that character, knowing that you'd have been this character and this character and this character?" He was like, "Ghost was in all those characters." He said, "Ghost is in all of you. You just don't know it." And I was like,
yeah. Even though he's doing something bad, in the end, he wants to do good.
yeah.
And that's why he was fighting with everyone, from Tasha to Tommy to obviously the police. But, yeah, man, he was really and a lot of it, man, I was trying to catch on. And like I said, at the same time, the chat, there was just some people in there being so negative. I had to leave out of it because then I started engaging with them instead of listening to him. Like, see, some people don't listen.
Yeah.
They'll hear something and then they'll just go their own narrative because something negative inside of them. They don't know how to sit and listen. He brought up a comment. He said he was talking about black sisters. He was like, "Yo, we have to always stand up for them and help them out." He was like, whether it's the sisters that are doing their thing, that are, I guess well off, or regular sisters, or the sisters that don't know that they're black, that don't know that they're powerful. And it wasn't a negative thing. He was saying to the sisters that don't know they're black. Yo, there was a chick in there saying, leave your thoughts about black women to yourself, Omar. I was like, okay, so I guess you got triggered. So he was talking about you, because he didn't say all black women. He was naming 3 different types. And I was like, see, there's that problem right there, man. So, but all in all, it was a dope. I encourage y'all to go check it out, Pivot Podcast. He was dropping hella gems on there.
And not to mention that they was asking him the right type of questions for him to give them type of elevated answers too. You know what I'm saying?
They know how to conduct an interview.
You know what I mean? They was breaking him down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that pay grade thing was interesting, because you said he's paid $120,000 per episode, and I was like, oh shoot! But a lot of people were like saying that was kind of small change, and he said he put it in contrast to Angela Bassett, who's making $250,000 on 911. He was like, now Angela Bassett is a seasoned actress. He was like, nothing taken away from her, but he was just saying, like, what he does, and getting paid $120,000. I mean, do you think that's low for him? Because I don't know the scale on popular actors and actresses.
But the best answer I can give you is the one that he gave right after that. I know if you caught it, but he said, "I'm the face of the." He said, "I'm the face." He said, "50 made me the face." He said, even though Angela Bassett is the one of the ones, she over there on CBS. She ain't the face where she at, but she got her own light that can't nobody break, get into. But he said, over here, I'm the face. So,
right.
You know what I mean? So, and I was like, I said, you know what I mean? Like, I can't, you know what I mean? You can't really argue with him, because, he was and still is the face. Because when you talk about the shows, it's like you're going to mention Ghost somewhere. You know what I mean? And then another quick point that he made was that he said that last scene, he said, you don't know. He said, you really don't know Ghost is dead or not. He said, because I was trying to stop him from killing the son. And then he said another little comment right behind that, which made he said he liked it the part. What I guess what because everybody's wondering, like is Ghost dead or why did you kill Ghost? You know what I'm saying? But he said you just don't know. He said Ghost is still there. He's in everybody. That's pretty much was his thing. That Ghost is in everybody thing just took me for a loop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, I pulled up. It says I don't know when this was, how old this article is, but it goes according to a report, unknown TV actors earn between 15,000 and 20,000 per episode. However, experienced actors can bring home between 75 to 100,000. Typically, after each season, the actor can expect a raise of about 4%. So he was getting 120,000. I mean that seems kind of legit, right? But I guess he didn't get that raise because he was on what, 5 seasons? 6 seasons before he supposedly died.
I want to say 5.
James Spader from The Blacklist, he earned 160,000 per episode. Now James Spader had been in the game longer than Omar, if I'm not mistaken. James Spader has been around for a long time.
You right.
And he's getting what, 40,000 more. It's not that much more, Now he wasn't complaining about it, but he was just saying, I didn't get the thing that he was complaining about it. He was just trying to just show examples of he knows his worth.
Yeah.
It's more than that, because he knows he's not just that character.
Right.
So I don't know, maybe it'd be interesting to see what else he does if he's gonna be in big time. Because like I said, the way he was talking, how deep and intellectual this dude is, this dude should be getting some type of like Denzel type roles in the future. For real. Like you would start looking at this dude like that, because just the gems he was dropping, this ain't no regular, just a black actor. So.
And it's coincidence that you said Denzel because I can't remember which part, but he did mention that him and Denzel was like it's something with Denzel he was able to learn from. I don't know if it was a previous movie or something, a movie back in the day or something, but it was something that he was saying about Denzel, something that he got a chance to learn a lot of stuff from him. He got to be around him and see how things would, go or do. You know what I mean? Because that dude came from sleeping in a car. You know what I mean? I never knew that. I didn't know that he was sleeping in a car at one point in his life.
Yeah, wow.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Also, I forgot that he played for Florida State.
Yeah, he played football. Yeah, because when I heard him talking, I was like, oh, he played football. Because the way he was talking like a football player. So that's why I was like, yo, he was dropping stuff I didn't know about. So yeah, he played, because he know those dudes for years.
Yeah.
So it was like they were just boys just chopping it up. So that's what made me more engaged in watching it, because it was like just brothers sitting around conversation. It wasn't like, oh, so what did you do next? Or who is your favorite character? You know what I mean? It wasn't no bullshit. They were just kicking it.
That was dope.
Shout out to D. Cole in the building. Salute.
What up, D. Cole? And shout out to Rican TV too.
Rican TV on the check-in. What up? Yeah, man. So yeah, definitely check it out, y'all. Pivot Podcast. It was dope. I'm digging that podcast. Word up. They have some dope interviews.
I'm glad you is, man. Because I definitely
hilarious. They cracking jokes.
Oh man.
You gotta watch that one. That and
I watched it. Oh, I watched it because he brought both of them broke down some stuff. Like they both, you know what I mean? And Shaq gave out some stuff about himself personally that I would have never known.
Yeah.
But y'all gotta watch. Y'all check them out, man.
Those are the good podcasts, because when you're authentic and just talking with people like that, they'll open up without having you trying to force them to say stuff. You know what I mean? You let them do it. You know?
Yeah.
You let them do it. A lot of people try to, let's hear about the drama. What'd your baby mother do? You know what I mean? Like, people that do that, man, they live around that. You know what I mean? And you don't want to be part of that. You got to let the person be comfortable, and then they'll speak it.
Yeah.
All right. So, man, next on the docket, bro, listen, I have no bias, even though I'm an East Coast dude.
I know where we're going.
To my heart. And it's only because when I grew up on the radio, when they started playing hip hop, all I heard was East Coast artists. When I started DJing, the record stores I went into, it was East Coast. You know what I mean? So then in the 90s, the South came up, and then West Coast, and then the South came back, and then, you know, after the TIs and the Jeezys, then we have trap, other stuff that I don't care for, and then so on and so on. This versus, bro, 8 Ball and MJG versus UGK. First and foremost, RP Pimp C was one of the best verses because it snuck up on me,
man,
and it put me in a whole nother lane of respecting South authentic artists from my era that I didn't really listen to because, like I said, I wasn't privy to it, and I was just so East Coast. It took a few people that I met to let me know. A friend of mine, Chris, matter of fact, he's originally from Macon. He used to live in New York. He told me a while ago about 8 Ball and MJG. He's like, yo, those dudes are like the underground on the South. He said, I know you never heard them before. He put me on to them. I'm talking about this is 2005 when I first met this dude. He told me about those dudes. So me listening to their joints, bro, I was in here like, like, yo, they hands down, man. It was so entertaining. It wasn't no drama. It was, and then the way they brought the guests in and out, and then they ended off with obviously you knew they were gonna end it off with Players Anthem, but then that Big Boy come out, bro, that was the icing on the cake, bro.
Woo, Tiger.
Go ahead, Cooks, because I know you know deeply more about them than I do. So tell me your first thing when you was watching that.
Versus, man, it was on a, let me see. Was it a Saturday or was it a Friday?
No, it was a Thursday. They did it like a surprise because it was approved, I think, Wednesday, and I think Bun B, I think he announced it like, yo, UGK, 8 Ball MJG tomorrow, Memorial Day weekend to start it off. They did something like that last year too, but yeah.
That shit caught me so off guard, Tiger, man. I was like, I said, UGK in 8 Ball MJG. I said, what? And then I thought about it because I also watched Beehive. You know, a dude actually in Georgia, ATL. He got a podcast, Beehive TV, and him and Wiki, they be talking to you know, and Bun B was there, and they talked about this verses. They're like, you know, who would be right for them. So, and I was like, oh, so Bun B went on ahead and said, yeah, so they doing it. First thing I thought of was they gonna play all the cuts that raised me, man. I got a big cousin. He in prison. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying. Shout out to Quezzy E. My cousin. He been in prison for a long time, but he was our he pretty much taught me and his baby brother and the other 5 of us all about the down south underground music. And 8 Ball and MJG was always them, or UGK was always right at the tippy top. You know what I'm saying?
Were they like? I asked someone, who are they compared to, like East Coast? Because I know they're underground, and I think was it Tigress? Someone said they're like Gang Starr because you didn't hear them that much on the radio, but they was the underground, one of the best.
It's I can't front, like they right. Like I have to agree with them. Yeah, they have to agree with them because no matter where Ball and G went, separate or together, they always proved a point. They are, you know, so they never took a show or stole the show. They always make it better. You know what I'm saying? They always was family oriented. So, we like to have our other brothers, brothers and sisters on the stage with some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we don't get to see it a lot in the South. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? 8Ball, a great storyteller. You know what I'm saying? MJG, you know what I mean? He was just great with, you know what I mean? Like just how he put his stuff together. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying
Bro,
he
like
had
I
that.
said,
You know what I
I didn't know.
mean?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
I'm
go
thinking
ahead.
about it now, and I'm like, listen to the songs, just the way they rapping, they're flowing. Dang, you know what I mean?
Their music tells some great
It was
stories,
dope.
man. And it make you to be a person, you know what I'm saying, born and raised in the South, things that I went through at a young age, I hear them talk about it. Just like you can say something with one of the East Coast artists, you can say, I actually went through that, or I actually saw that. Like I
Yeah,
know exactly what they are talking about.
right.
8Ball and they do that a lot. You know what
Say
I'm
the same
saying?
thing. Right,
You know what
right.
I mean? And with them being from Memphis and me from Alabama and like people in Mississippi and all the little corners of the states, is like they was always close to us, you know what I'm saying? And they always made music for us. Like, like they made it for us, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But man, and the
They ain't try to
songs, like
purposely make a radio commercial hit.
they scared us when they went with when they got with Bad Boy. They scared us.
Oh,
We
Bad Boy
thought
stuff.
that
Yeah,
we
man.
they scared us
They
a
play
little
the song.
bit.
I'm like, oh shit, Diddy, here we go, all
You
over
know what I'm saying?
the song.
But start playing games, when 8Ball spit, oh, they all right. They all right. They just making money. They all right. We
Okay,
good. You know what I'm saying? Because when
yeah.
he spit,
So they
he didn't
kept their
say
authenticity, even though they got
yes.
Bad Boy style.
Yes. And as far as the UGK side, we already knew what we was gonna get, but Bun B impressed me because how he spit without his vocals going. He probably, I don't know how many songs he did it, but I knew he could do it because he was always the lyrical one out of him and Pimp, but
Yeah.
it was just how he done it. I was like, damn, Bun.
Yeah. He wasn't rapping over the song, right? He was.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. He wasn't like
I was
ad
like,
libbing his shit. Yeah.
damn, Bun, like you got a good head on your shoulder, you know?
Real spitters, man, from the South, man. And I like I said, I know that, there was a bias. You know what I'm saying? 120, East, South, and um, all they slow, this and that. Like, man. It's just a different culture. You know
Yeah,
what
that's
I'm saying?
all.
A lot of people are arrogant where they think, because I know what it is. We started in the Bronx, this and that. So some people carry arrogance about it, like, oh no, everyone else ain't doing it right. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
look what happened when the West came out, took over for years. Then it went to the South, and then you had so-called East Coast rappers trying to emulate the style instead of keeping it how you did it because you were trying to chase it.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you should have stayed authentic. Now you seeing them taking over. Now you want to chase it. It was a lot of sucker shit. Yo, Jay Electrona said, like, he said that on the line. He said, what did he say? He said, East Coast rappers trying to diss our thing, but then they jacking our slang. Flex
Oh.
got mad when he said that. You know what I'm saying? And was saying some stuff on the radio. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. But you were the one that was making fun when Tupac was in jail. They was making fun of how they talk on the West, like, what's up, dog? What's up, dog?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember that because Pop
Yeah.
was talking about it in an interview. And he said, yeah, when I was in jail, I heard them flexing on the radio, talking about how, making fun of how we talk. And when he said that, I was like, I remember specifically on the radio him doing that, making fun of that. So it's a lot of hypocrisy, man.
Sure
And like I
is.
said, it's a lot of arrogance with people when they see other people shining. It's like, nah, man, give them their salute, give them their flowers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. It ain't gonna hurt. I mean, You know what I mean? What overall? What'd you get that versus overall, man? You know what I'm saying? Giving
Yo,
it.
bro, I loved it, man. I could, you know what I'm saying? Like obviously nothing ain't gonna because that locks dismantling of
Oh
Dipset
yeah. Oh
was
yeah. Oh
ridiculous.
yeah.
But that was true emceeing in its form of a battle. You know what I
Yes.
mean? That was what, you know, like the pinnacle of verses, what verses
Mm-hmm.
really meant. You know what I mean? Karis One and Kane, it was a little back and forth, but they were really saluting each other. I mean, it was more DJ Scratch trying to do something with Kid Capri, which was, you
Yeah.
know, questionable. We won't talk about that, but
Mm-hmm.
that wasn't even like them talking ish. You know what I mean? They were just doing their dope songs back and forth. But Lots of Dipset was straight up, we talking shit, we MCing, like how they do the battles right now, you know,
Yes.
URL and all that. But to me, that one, the Premier and RZA, it could have been top for me, but the audio was just so bad. But it was because it was on Instagram. It was before
Mm-hmm.
it moved over to the big stages. But that one, um, Snoop and DMX was dope. Rest in peace, DMX.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
that was, I enjoyed that one. But I guess because I didn't know a lot of the songs and I thoroughly enjoyed it, that's what's making me like it a lot more than a lot of other verses. Because the other
Okay.
songs I know, so I'm just, you know, rapping to it, this and that. But this one, I'm like, it's like a breath of fresh air. You know what I mean? And yo, Cook, as soon as that was over, I went in and did a whole South set.
What?
I went in, did a whole South set. I had the whole chat, 100-something people in the chat on Twitch. Yeah, man. I think I recorded. I'm gonna try to throw it up on YouTube.
Ooh,
I
yeah,
had to,
please
man.
do. Please do.
Bro,
I
I
was
had to.
wondering what you thought, man. I was wondering what you thought, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, me, I think, I'm just how I be thinking. I'm like, man, DJ Talk, know all the music, you know what I'm saying? He just gonna pick what he want, you know, he pick what's right for the time. You know what I mean? So, like, a lot of them songs, like, I ain't gonna lie, I thought, like, I figured you knew a lot of them songs. A lot of them, you know what I mean?
Some of them
So,
I knew, especially from UGK, but a lot of 8-Ball MJG, because I wasn't
like you said,
really up
okay.
on them. Yeah. And I didn't get to be like,
But
all right, let me peep their catalog and sit and listen.
do you and this is like fan to fan, did you like the ones that you didn't know? Did you like them? Like,
Oh, I
was they
liked all
cool?
of them.
You know what I'm saying? Like, was okay.
I enjoyed
Just, you
all the
know,
songs. Like, even if I don't remember the titles, every time they started rapping, I was like, yo, this is ill. Yo, this is ill.
that's
Like,
dope. That's
yeah,
dope. You make you feel good.
y'all, it really
I
did,
like
man.
that.
So
I
I'm
love to
telling you,
hear that.
my next South set, you're gonna hear some 8-Ball MJG. That's a fact.
I
Hey,
can't wait. I can't wait.
I took cue from shout out to Mr. C. He said, when you go to other areas traveling throughout the country, you can't just be on, oh, I'm gonna just play this East Coast. No, you got to know what's hot in those regions when you go and play, because they'll run
Right.
you up out of the club. You know what I mean? I remember him saying a long time
Yeah.
ago. So like, you can't go to Memphis, like in one of the hottest clubs, and not play, you know, for our crowd. I ain't talking about the young crowd. I'm talking about, you know, 40 and over or whatever, dope classic hip hop club. You can't go in there and just be playing Wu-Tang and Karis One all night. You better be playing some
Yeah, you right.
8-Ball, MJG. You better be playing some UGK,
Yeah.
Scarface. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't be
You
arrogant and be
right.
like, oh, I'm going to just play. Nah, because they'll run you up out of there.
You right.
So,
You sure right. And that go for all regions too. You know, you
yeah.
can't go in another, you know, if you go in another region, basically the same thing you saying, if you go in another region, you
Mm-hmm.
got to, like you said, touch the environment and then maybe try to mix and play something a little different. If you see it ain't vibing, go right back to it.
Yeah. Now, if it's a
But
themed
have
party, then obviously you're gonna play. You know, like yo, we doing a like I do the songs on doing West Coast
okay.
party. Then obviously you're gonna hear West Coast music, but you're already going in the mindset knowing what you're gonna hear. But I'm
Right.
just talking about your
Okay.
regular spots. If you go in there as a guest DJ, whatever, you better
Oh, okay.
be on point and play. You know what I mean?
On that level. I got you. Okay.
Yeah. So, But yeah, man, I thoroughly enjoyed it, man. I can't wait for the next one. I hope the next one is just as good. Because to
Yes,
me,
sir.
a lot of I was disappointed in the Cypress Hill and Onyx because first of all, they should have gave them more respect and just gave them a versus and not a boxing match that everyone was basically there
Yeah.
waiting for the boxing match. The crowd wasn't even. They're supposed to be hyped off Cypress Hill and Onyx. I mean, you go to Cypress Hill or Onyx show, ain't nothing but people jumping in and partying,
Mm-hmm.
And to me, man, it was disappointing. Even Be Real said, he was disappointed on how they was treated. So they should have got more respect on, them doing a fight versus. You know what I mean? They should have
Yeah.
gave a versus, a real versus.
And they did some good. They did some good. They had a pretty nice press run too. Cypress Hill did in Onyx, and it's in.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? For me, because Onyx, Sticky Fingers and Fredro, they got their interview going on. Interview clips right now for Math Hoffa show.
yeah. I
And
want
then
to check that out.
you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? And they talking some good stuff. And then Cypress Hill was on Nori's show, and they pretty much broke down all type of stuff, especially stuff that I didn't know. And I was like, wow. So I was ready to see them. And when I went to looking for it and couldn't find it, and I was like, oh, they didn't
yeah.
do it on. And then
Charging,
when Be Real said what he said, I was like, oh, that's why I didn't see it.
charging. And see, that's what I don't like because they were like, because it was a boxing, they were charging. But see, to me, that's bullshit because they had the preliminary fights, they did their verses, and then they had the two main event fights. They could have easily started taping live the verses when the boxing ended. Separate
Mm-hmm.
cameras for their YouTube channel and on IG. And I think they got a Twitch too. They could have did that. And then when they were done, cut it off, ended the feed, and then the boxing would have started. But they trying to be slick. They were trying to want people to pay by putting that versus in between the boxing. That's what they did it. So
And why do them like why? And I'm like, why do them like that though? Cause
exactly.
like, damn, why do them like that? Like, why y'all do them like that?
So you already know, man. Next versus, you know where to go to watch it.
Yes.
You know where to go to watch it. It's
Full
like Anton
blast.
said. Word up. So yeah, man. We got a few things to discuss. So I missed the grind mode. You had it last week on IG. Shout out to Cook. When it's not
know what
on
I mean?
YouTube, catch Cooks on IG. You had a special guest.
Yeah, right quick. I just chop it up right quick. It was me, you know what I'm saying, and then Hardy Boy, he co-hosted, you know what I'm saying.
Shout out to Hardy Boy.
Shout out to Hardy Boy, y'all. You know what I'm saying. Y'all know Hardy Boy in the chat. He unfiltered, so he gonna say what he think when he think it. He gonna say it, and I enjoyed it. We talked about Six Element dropped by. You know what I mean. My partner Tayway from Colorado, he stopped by. You know what I'm saying. Me and he's one of my friends from a battle rap league that organically got made.
Nice.
So it's people all throughout the city. So me and him was kind of like the media part of it. So like we asked the questions to the battle rappers, we help judge the battles because they do online battles that they trying to really build it up from the ground. So you know what I mean. We do that. So he came through. We talked about the Uvalde stuff. Because everybody in the chat was a father. You know what I mean. So with you being a parent, also you're gonna have a way that you feel about it. Like you said, some people aren't parents, so they gonna feel different. Remember you said that earlier. Some people ain't
And they
parents, so
shouldn't
they
because
don't.
it's kids, but yeah.
So we had that talk. You know what I'm saying. We had some talk on the middle part of the hip hop. Like we got the ones that originators. Then we got the ones that kept it going good. Then we got where it started to get a little messed up. Then it messed up, and then you got so basically like the J. Cole and Kendrick part of the hip hop totem pole. You know what I'm saying? And we got to talking about the rappers, artists, rappers that some people don't get to hear. that's like, because you know, like Hardy Boy, he in Minnesota, so I know it's somebody out there spitting that I don't know that's probably tough. You know what I mean? And you know, Reno in Virginia, me down here in Alabama, and my partner in Colorado. So we were just having a good talk about you know, like artists, young artists that, you know, give some of them a chance. You know, the ones that's 31, 29, 25, you know what I'm saying? They might know some, and they probably do know some. Some do their homework. You know, it's
Oh
just
yeah.
that they might not have the tools to get to, you know, where they want to get to. We had a little talk about that. Talked about some collections. We talked about some of the shows, previous shows that we done earlier,
Mhm.
and pretty much that was it. We just had a good combo about certain things. You know, we had some debates, but all in all, it was a good show. You know, of course, we shouted out DJ Tiger, Full Flash Radio. You know, we told the stories about how we all met, knew each other.
Salute.
And
That's what's up.
that was about it. So you know what I'm saying. So it was a very entertaining show. Other than that, and you know, that was pretty much it. But it was good. It was
All right.
good.
Shout out to everyone that made that show, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, they just tapping in.
What's up.
Good conversation always bring good people. So you know what I mean.
So this topic you put on here, nonsense versus no sense. Where's the common sense?
Yeah.
So I guess what nonsense is what? Just what? I mean, nonsense
Okay.
and no sense can kind of be related, the same thing, right? Or
Yeah. You know, I know, I know the real. I know sometimes I get real readily. I don't mean to do that. DJ Tiger. It's just like, for
no,
instance, you
it's all
know,
good.
it's like you know, the Uvalde thing. You know, what I mean, once again, like it started out. This don't make no sense. Then when you hear the all the little echoes and all the little, you know, stuff in between, left the door propped open. Now the police chief don't want to talk to us no more. That's like, this is, what is this? This nonsense. Like, this is nonsense. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Then you see the man about to cry in the Senate House, trying to tell these three people sitting up here like kings, well, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna change the law, and the law. And the man come up there about to cry saying, hey, do y'all not understand that 18, 19 children just got shot to pieces? Do y'all not understand that? Y'all sitting up here talking about moving this law over here to do this and that. Like, kids is getting killed. We need y'all to do something. We need you to do something. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't
Like, you
gonna
know,
do shit.
you see what I'm saying?
They ain't
And
gonna
it's
do shit.
and when you say that, that's why, where is the common sense there? Like, where, like, when they ain't gonna do shit, like, what? It's like, what we gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, what can we do? You know what I mean? Like they telling us to vote, but then where the help at? Okay, we vote. Where the help at? You know what I'm saying? Like, where, you know what we? They say, hey, we need to take it over ourselves. Then I seen TJ Tiger, man. I seen what they said. Black people is tired of America, and we trying to figure out a way to get back to Africa. That's why I just, let me just breathe. How in the
Yeah, stop
hell?
that bullshit up. Stop that bullshit. Ain't nobody getting on a boat going back to Africa. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm, I'm
This
like,
ain't Belly with Nas. So about, come on, man.
Tiger, I wish you could have seen that black lady on that screen smiling with that red lipstick on, talking about, y'all, we need to get together, and we gonna figure out a way, and we are tired of being, black people is tired of being destroyed and killed in USA. We gonna figure out a way to go back to Africa. And I'm like,
No,
I just,
why don't you do with what 90 black people did? Bought, I don't know how many was 90. Could be wrong.
big
Bought
number, big number.
900 acres of land and is building their own black township, supermarket, neighborhood. That's what you do.
See
That's
what I'm
what you do.
saying?
You know how much land down here in Georgia or down south? There's land. Finally, Stick together for once. You're always talking about black people need to stick. Everyone else stick together, but we keep pulling each other down, crabs in the barrel.
Yep, like
These
this.
ones are finally showing, supporting one another,
Yes.
and are really doing something about it.
That's my point. Go ahead. You finna say something. I'm sorry.
When you overdo shit, you end up being on the radar first and foremost of the government. That Grandmaster, he got guilty verdict of brandishing a gun during the march. Grandmaster J, he's a part of the black. They had a group. I ain't gonna call them a militia. Group that was standing up for black people, saying, "Hey, well, white people can march with guns. We can march with guns." So they went up to Stone Mountain, marched because they're legally allowed to carry guns. They went to certain rallies in other states where it's legal to carry guns. Now, of course, when you see thousands of black people with guns, they get even more nervous. But he made the mistake of supposedly, I think he got threatened or something around. Supposedly, he pointed the gun at someone, which is a felony to even point a gun. Yeah, it is. There's laws you gotta know. There's certain laws you gotta know. Like that's why people that have their guns. If you notice when they carry them, it's like this.
Okay.
Like this, someone, you can get charged. I forgot what it was, but I went to the range. We went to all day range. We learned a lot of laws, a lot of stuff you can not get away with, a lot of stuff that's legal, and a lot of stuff you thought was legal that ain't. So, believe me, if you on a radar and you slip up, they're gonna catch you. So
just like that too, boy.
So you gotta not get on a radar and do stuff the right way behind the scenes. Chua El Day. Yeah, side note, Grandmaster Jay was an ill producer. Yeah, he's making some dope music too. But yeah, man, hopefully, he'll get out of that. I don't know what's gonna happen as far as a sentence or anything, but yeah, side note, man, just use common sense, man.
Yeah.
If you ain't no one getting a ship, building a ship like Noah's Ark and going back to Africa.
And then Tiger, that I don't even like with the COVID thing going on. Now they got monkeypox out there, and I'm like, I don't know if it's out there, but I did my reading. UMass and Cali and all this and that. I didn't read my reading that little one cases that they catch, and I'm like, yo, what is next? When I go to my Google News, we done went from whatever the first C word medicine was to help clear you up. Then it went to the next one, which was the double dose bionic. Then it went from that to different company. Now the medicine, the C word medicine, it's like a letter this long, and you can't. And I'm like, yo, man, like, and then Tiger, whoa, please tell me this, Tiger. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm 41. When in the world, how do the babies run out of milk? When did that happen? I don't understand. The babies ain't never ran out of milk. How? Right now, my age, I'm 41. And how is it that in this month of June, last week of April, last week of May, the babies run out of milk? How is that possible? I ain't never heard of that.
Never heard no shit like that before either, man.
We was giving 10. They were trying to get us to give them kids over there 10 cents a day, and we done ran out of Infomil for the babies. I'm like, yo, this don't make no sense. This is nonsense. How did the babies run out of milk?
Well, what you was talking about, how we went from this disease to that disease to this disease to that disease. And it's like never ending, and you got to take the shot, you got to do this, you got to take this, you got to take this, but no cure for it. You want to know what the common denominator is?
What's that?
You see the screen?
Manai. Deneri, cheese, cheddar, chips.
As Chris Rock said, there ain't no money in the cure. Money is in the
Ugh.
disease.
Ugh.
So they said recall the Johnson & Johnson one because it caused blood clots. How many people probably took that one? And the Johnson & Johnson was the cheaper one out of it. So guess how many people of a certain culture probably took that one? Yeah.
And
Yeah, Hardy boy, I agree with that. I know AR-15s was used, in the shootings, but the percentage of AR-15s used is low compared to other guns used. It's just that the AR-15 is the hot topic. Yeah, AR-15 used for hunting, but at least if you can't drink at 18, then you shouldn't have a gun at 18. It should
you know
be
what I'm
21.
saying?
It should be 21.
And Sirius B has made a good comment right there. He said no shortages in Canada or Mexico. And my partner in Texas, it just told me, he said, ain't no shortage in Mexico because his people's in Mexico, his heritage peoples. So I was like, yo, that's crazy. Also, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then dude was on TV saying, he said USA is the only place where folks can go inside a place of school or this and that, mail office, whatever, and just terrorize and tear up. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, dang, he sure made a point there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what's going on in China and Iraqi and all that over there. We don't see their news, but if they watch our news, you know what I mean?
They're like, damn.
You know what I'm saying? I got a cousin in Germany. You know what I'm saying? My mixed cousin, he in Germany. And he be telling, he said, man, I be wondering what's going on in the States. Because, over there, they call us the States. Like, I be wondering what's going on in the States, cousin Cookie. He said, man, are y'all okay over there? He said, man, it look like a war zone over there, man, when we watch the news. And I'm like, just listening to him say that way across the water where he is, you know what I'm saying, 20-some miles away. And I'm like, damn, that's how we look?
In Texas, you can buy 2 ARs and 1,000 rounds of ammo when you are 18.
Dang.
Look, we know it's not the gun. It's crazy ass people. If a crazy person has a gun and they go somewhere and they're not stopped, there's not much you can do. Only thing you can do is try to bring his ass down and minimize the bloodshed. But if a crazy person gets a gun, there's not too much you can do.
Not much. You right.
Because if guns was really the real issue, guess what? It'd be a lot more people dead.
Yes. 1,000%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I was like, is it gun control or is it guns control?
But it should be an age limit though. It should be like that shouldn't even be argued.
Yeah.
If you can't legally drink till you're 21, then you shouldn't legally have a gun till you're 21. Because if you drink and because you drink and drive and kill someone, you get in charged with vehicle homicide.
Oh yeah. And they don't play about that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Cause like,
and the only other thing, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. The only thing I don't get is how come they don't agree to background full background check before you get a gun.
You took the word out of my head.
Is that not in all states? Because when I had to get mine, they had to run my name till it came back clear. So what are these other states that don't do background? Is that what this is? These other states are not even doing the background checks?
I think that's what I want to say is what chat help us out too, because I don't want to get the wrong info. But I believe that is what we got going on. The brother here. Oh, I'll be in there. I'm on the phone. I'm coming.
Because if you was in a hospital for a mental evaluation that's on record, and that shows up on your record, then they should be like, no, you're gonna have to wait till I get some documents to prove that you're of sound mind. So obviously there's no database that these gun registries or gun orders don't have that I think they should have to know if people aren't mentally stable when they come purchase a gun.
Right.
I mean, why is it that hard to figure it out? They can figure out everything else. Goddamn
Exactly.
Facebook and all these your goddamn phone knows where the fuck you're at 24 hours a day, but they can't do that shit. To me, it's bullshit, man.
I'm with you on that because, you know, my partner, you know, man, family man, daughter, you know, wife, you know what I'm saying, she worked hard. He did his little part. Now he kind of retired, but he collect ammunition. You know what I mean? He always hit me up. Yo, man, come on and check out my new piece. Come check out my new piece. Check out my new, you know, he got his protective system and all this. But he's a good guy. Like he, you know,
Right.
just like DJ Tiger. He a good person. He ain't bothering nobody. You know what I'm saying? So so he told, this is what how he said it to me. He said, if somebody would come to my door and say, excuse me, sir, I'm with the so and so, and we just come up with the law. We got to take all the ammunition you got. He said, and he's from New York. Like he's born and raised in New York. So me and him and best friends in 06. He been down here 06. He said, he took politely asked them folks, how many of y'all lives are y'all planning on giving away? Man, how many of y'all lives y'all plan on giving away? Basically saying he ain't finna give nothing up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Compared, you know what I mean? And there is some people out there that, you know, I'm gonna abide by the law. You know, I ain't gonna do this. I'm gonna go to my legislature. I'm gonna comment. I'm gonna go to the mayor. I'm gonna write a letter. You know, you got some out there that's gonna do that, but then you got some that's not gonna give up their ammunition.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna give it up.
Right.
And you're gonna have to worry about them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to worry about them.
Some Waco shit.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? I you know what I mean? Cause I know, you know, like, you ain't finna take my stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you got some out there that'll give it up politely. Then you got some out there that say, I work, I pay for this. I ain't go look at my record. I ain't hurt nobody. So what you come and taking mine for? You know what I'm saying? Go get the ones out there that ain't even got a license right now that's driving a car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Crazy.
But, you know. But like you said though, DJ Tiger, background check. Everywhere, background check. Age, this background check. If you got a scratch, hey, too bad. You know what I'm saying? But I'm with you on that, background checks.
Yep. Because it ain't the illegal guns. It's people that are getting guns legally and they're still doing illegal shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't someone got a gun off the street, you know, or they found in the woods. You know what I mean? It ain't that narrative.
Yeah.
There's so many guns made now, and people buying guns, easily getting guns legally, but they're doing illegal shit with it. So,
right.
Background check, man. It's that goddamn simple.
That's simple. Background check.
All right, y'all. I have to get out of here. I got a DJ meeting that's going on right now.
Okay.
A few minutes late, but thank y'all tuning in once again. The Grind Mode, Cooks in the building, Tiger in the building. We salute y'all, and we'll see y'all on the next one.
See y'all on the next one. Much love, DJ Tiger. Thank you very much, bro, man.
No doubt. And check me later on tonight. I'm doing a listening session for I forgot the name of the album. I just dropped it. the Scott Sessions. It's called the Scott Sessions. All right, y'all.
You on Twitch or on here?
Twitch.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Peace.
Peace.